Hey guys, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Unity3D How to Make a Zombie FPS game series. And today you guys are in for a special treat. Well, you might not call it a special treat, but today what we're going to do is cover the first step of the networking part of this game series. So, first of all, what we're going to do is go right into it and go to the window drop down menu and go to the asset store or press Control 9 on Windows. So one thing I want to say before we get into this is I've upgraded my computer and I don't have all the software that I used to have at the moment, still getting around to getting it all. So I'm lacking some things at the moment. I'm also having a problem with mono develop at the moment. So I'm using Visual Studio Express 2013, but you guys just continue to use mono develop. So what we're going to do is search for Photon Network. And now this is basically just going to do the majority. This is basically an upgrade to the Unity networking scripting thing, and this basically cuts out a lot of work for us. So just go to that first one, Photon Unity Networking Free. And I've already downloaded it, so it's just going to say import. So I'm just going to click import, but you guys download it, create an account if you need to, or you should already have one. Just log in and import that asset package. So after this is done, we're just going to close this down, and this should just import everything you need. Taking its time. Alrighty, now for this, you are going to have this pop-up box every time you load it, unless if you do what it wants you to do. So first of all, we're going to enter your email to register. I've already registered, but on my original account, but I'll do one for my YouTube email. So I can show you guys what exactly happens. So just enter your email and press send. That will do its thing and it will create your... Here we go. On my other one I didn't have to go to my emails, but I think I'm going to have to. And what you do is you get emailed an app ID, or it normally sets up an app ID for you, and we don't want my email to be the app ID. Just checking the email now. But what you want to do is once you've done that, just go to your region. Don't click best. So one of these ones are the ones you're going to do. I'm just going to go US, and then click save. But just give me 1 second and I'll fix that up. So I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I'm back. I've got my application ID, and if you get what I happen and got, and the email was put in, then you need to go onto your email, into your account, create a password for the Photon site, and then go to the your application board, your applications for Photon real time, and then there will be your app ID. What you're going to do is just put that in, click your cloud region and click save, and then it'll tell you that your settings has been saved, and you use connect using settings will use the settings files. And what this does, now we can close this up, what this does is create this Photon server file basically, and it tells you what type you're hosting on, Photon Cloud, what the region is, US, and what your application ID is, and so forth. So what we're going to do is not worry, you don't need to worry about anything about that. Some things that can cause errors is having these demos in here, this demo folder. So what you want to do is just delete that demo folder, you don't need that at all. One more thing is if you're getting some other errors, I'm not sure what they are, you need to drag this plugins folder up to the main level where the assets, all the other folders are. So your topmost level, you need to drag that in there, but because I'm not getting any errors at the moment, I'm just going to leave that for now. So the next thing we're going to do is create a new scene, because if we create it in here we're going to get some errors because we've already created objects and things in this scene. So what we're going to do is go File and Save Scene just in case and click New Scene. Okay, now in this scene we've just got a main camera and blank scene, just like at the start. So what we're going to do is quickly go and save this scene in the scenes folder as LAN. Let's just set this as multiplayer menu. Save that one. So then what we're going to do is create a new game object, so a empty game object. So create a game object and create empty. Rename this one and rename it to networking. We'll just rename it to networking, and what you're going to do is go into the, actually we've got that plugins folder up here anyway, so we don't need to move that plugins folder, it's already there. I think they're different. So what you want to do is go to scripts and create a new folder in here and call that one networking. Go into that one and go and right click create and create a C# script. And what we're going to call this is call this one Network Manager. And we're going to double click to open that, and now my Visual Basic file is going to open, if it works, which I doubt it is going to. Open file, projects, no documents, Unity projects user, and assets, scripts, and networking, network manager, open. Alright, sorry about that guys, and this is the open script, and just follow this, just follow on in MonDevelop, don't worry about this, I should hopefully have everything fixed up later on. So what we're going to do is, first of all, create a onGUI function, so we're going to return nothing void onGUI, capital GUI and capital O for on, and then open this one up. So now what we're going to do is, I also have none of the autocomplete, so I'm going off my head here, and so we might run into some errors. So what we're going to do is go call GUI dot button, and what we're going to do is just create a button, and in this we're going to be new rect, and the rect's going to be a top, I think it's left and right position, and we'll just go screen dot width divided by 2, screen dot height divided by 2, and then we're going to make it 100 by 50, and then we're going to put inside it network. That's just going to be temporary for now, and actually we need to put this inside an if statement, so if bracket GUI button, all that code, delete that last closing colon, and then just add these curly braces. Okay, so then we're gonna, when we click on that, what we're gonna do is go and there's many ways we can go about this. The way I want to do this, screen.width, isn't it right? Screen.width, screen.height. Wow, this is going to be so much funner than I thought. I can't even have capitals. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll just call a new application. So this is probably the not so application.load level. Not a great way to do this because we're calling a new level for every single button that we click, but what you can do is hide the button or delete the button, and then yes, actually what we'll do that straight away. Actually, what we're going to do is create some variables. So not var, that's JavaScript. Private. This is going to be a bool. I think we call the first one, no, bool. We're going to call it network btn for button, and we're going to close that one. And then what we're going to do is call network btn equals false. So network button being like that's if it's been pressed, it's going to be false. We haven't pressed it yet, so when we click on this button, we're going to go network btn equals true, and we're going to say if network btn equals false, then we're going to do this. Cut this one, Control X, paste it in there. Alright, so I'm not sure if this, oh yeah, because it's constantly running, should constantly run, so that should work. If we press the button, then it's going to change it and to the thing. So what we're going to do is just test that out. Don't worry about this error. Assignment of the condition expression is always constant. Did you mean equals? Yes, that's right. Equals inside these ones. Inside that one. That gets rid of those errors. Okay, perfect. So then we're going to drag the networking manager onto networking, and there's our script. So hit play, and then that creates our button. As soon as we click it, it's gone. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Cuts a lot of stuff, memory used out. So when we call this, what we're going to do is call a function called connect. And what this is going to do, we'll call it connect to lobby. So it's much easier to understand what each one means. And what we're going to do is return void, and I think this one is connect to lobby. And we're going to have a look. We're going to go Photon. So these are all new script pieces, I suppose you can call them, that are added to your thing once you add in that Photon Networking asset package. So Photon Network, and it really sucks because I don't have the autocomplete because I have to memorize this, but I've got a few written down. So connect using settings, and that's what that thing said to us in the site. It said to connect using default settings, use this one. And what this needs is, because if you just use .connect, you can connect to specific ports like specific IP addresses and things like that, and there's changes, things like that. But these are what we're going to do is connect to a lobby, and in that lobby there can be multiple games connected. So the default settings is going to be, this is the version of your game, your unique own version. So if you set up multiple versions of the game, so there's version 1.1, and then you update it again and send it out again, and it's 1.2. You don't want a client and a server, or two clients joining to a server that have different versions, one at 1.1 and 1.2. So this is it's going to connect to a server with the unique ID of, let's just say 1.0.0. So that's going to be our initial version, and if that ever changes, this is going to change, and so the server, you have to have the same version as the server. So then what we're going to do is, that's actually fine for connect to lobby. What we're going to do is connect that, but we're going to go back up to GUI, and we're going to, after here, we're going to call you know, we'll just constantly call up here. After this, we're going to call GUI layout dot label, and then we're going to call Photon dot connection state detailed, I think it is, state detailed, and then we're going to end that, and we've got to put this dot to string. So that's going to put that to a string for us, and it's going to display in the top left corner. So that is all we need for now. So that's going to just tell us our setting. So as soon as we click play, oh, we got some errors. Then it says condition state detailed does not exist. Connection state detailed. Photon. It's Photon Network. Photon Network. Save that. Go back here. Now this absolutely sucks. Okay, no, it doesn't. Photon Network. Photon connection state detail. This is very annoying. Detailed. It's not 2 L's, is it? I doubt it. It's not 2 L's. It looks weird. Yeah, it's not. Detailed. This is in the namespace Photon. Alright, let's just... I'll quickly be back in a second after I try and figure this out. Thanks. Alrighty, I'm back, and the problem is that this is a lowercase c, this is a big S, and that's a big D, and you guys probably already knew that. So if you guys want to skip those sort of sections where I scrub the code because there's no connection state detail, that's how that was it. Photon dot connection state detailed. Alright, I'll be back in one more second. Alrighty guys, I'm back, and the problem is that it is Photon Network, and the other problem is that it's a lowercase c, then a big S and a big D. As you guys probably already knew, because you guys get the autocorrect, but that's okay, we'll deal with this. So then what we're going to do is hit play, and it's going to hit here created, so it's created us, I think, our network, I think. As soon as we click it, connecting to name sorter, further authenticating, it goes very quickly, so let's try that again. Alright, so peer created, connecting, connects master server, authenticated, and then we've joined the lobby, so we're now in the lobby. So what this does is just it's connecting us to a lobby, and if one doesn't exist, I think it creates one, or there's already one for us based on our default settings, the connect using settings. So what we're going to do is then create a new function called returning nothing void on joined lobby. So this is going to say when we join the lobby, it's going to call this. We're going to call Photon Network dot join random room, and then we're going to close that one. So what this is going to do is, as soon as we join a lobby, we're going to join a random room as well. So actually, I think we can do it either random, or we can I'm not sure if you can display the things. Actually no, what we'll do is not do that, but we'll do another button variable, boolean, private bool, and we're going to call this as join or create. Oh wait, no, we won't do that. We'll call it joined lobby, and we're going to go call joined lobby equals true. And so that's going to automatically join, tell us that we've joined the lobby, and it's going to create this variable. And what we're going to do is here, if we're going to go back to the onGUI, create a new if function, if joined lobby dot, oh no, not dot, equals true, then we're going to go if, and we're going to create two buttons. So we'll just copy this, saves time. onGUI dot button rect, we'll put a space between them. We're going to call this one and create, and we're going to subtract, wait, not that one, let's subtract 50, 100, 75, actually, in 75 will be good. That gives us a 25 gap either way. 75, and then we're going to here, it's 50, that'll give us 25 gap in the middle, and create, and this one's going to be called join random. Now what we're going to do later is that we're going to list the ones that are there, not join random, sorry, not list the ones that are there, we're going to join a specific one, but first of all just do join random and create. So what this one is going to do is, when we call create, we're going to call a function void connect, wait no, not connect, create room, and in this one we're going to go Photon Network dot create room, I think it is, and I'm not sure what's in there, so I'll be back in 1 second just to check what goes in there. Alrighty guys, and I'm back. So what goes in here is it's Photon Network dot create room, and in here is the name of the room. So what we're going to do is make a variable. So go back up to the top, and this one could be public string, I think that's capital, I'm not sure, string, it's capital and something, capital string somewhere, I keep remembering something, some code, something, public string, and we're going to call this one room name, and we're going to go back into Unity, and we're going to check if we've got any errors. Create rooms takes 0 arguments, yep, perfect. So room name, and what we're going to do here is go create room, and this one's going to be of type room name. So, and what we're going to have to do is create a GUI text box. So I think it's text area, join random create, we're going to call create room, and no, we're not going to sub it room name, we'll call it RN, big R, small n, and we're going to RN and this one. So we're going to give it a variable of type string. So we're going to give it a string, and what we're going to give it a string is a room name. And up here we're going to go, no, not that one, this one, room name. And when we click this button, we're going to set the text box, no, GUI dot text area. Let me double check that, I don't want to get that wrong. Window help scripting reference. Alrighty. So C#, and we're gonna go GUI. Oh yeah, GUI. GUI text area or text field is a single text field. We'll do a text field. So text field is rect position and then the string in text. So just like normal. We're going to go back to the script, and we're going to, it's text area, no, text field dot text field, or maybe it's a small f. Let's go back quickly. Big F, God, should just stick with what I've got. Text field and new rect, and then we're going to give it the thing of nothing. No, room name. What we're going to do is make it 50 under this one, so this one will actually subtract 75. So we're going to give this one the same properties as this one, just minus these, just get rid of that negative minus 75, so that'll be in the middle, and then these two will be either side. So when we click create, it's gonna do this room name. What we could do is put it on the right of the button, so then you know it's for the button, for the create button, but we'll just leave that for now. And when we click this button, we're going to set the GUI text box. I'll show you how this 100% works. Void on GUI. Okay, you set the string. Okay, alright, that works. So we're gonna go and call this one room name equals that, and then that should work. And we're gonna sub that the room name variable. And okay, that should work. Or give us some errors, maybe not. Okay, let's try that. Click play, click network, connect to set authenticating, join lobby. Now, okay, this isn't giving us. 1 second. We didn't do we need to give it more of a size difference. So that one goes away. Screen.height divided by 2. Minus 200 plus 200. Let's try that. That should work much better. Network connecting, blah blah blah. Joined. Okay. Create. Joined, and we've joined a network. So we joined a room, and we need to get rid of this one and get rid of this one, but there's no text box there. So what we need to do is create the text box. Why isn't the text box showing up? Okay, if you press the button, then that goes. If you press the button, then it shows the text box. So what we're going to do is just put this on after and show the text box either way. And then create room is of room name. We should actually put this before, just to get rid of any errors that we may or may not get. Control X, up and paste. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that should give us our room name, and then what we want to do, click play, network. Alright, create and room name, we'll call this one room 1. And why won't that let me change anything? Is that because, how do you string text? Oh, okay, string to edit, you call it room name, and we'll make it a max length of 25, so max length is after that, and just check that there is max length is the next one after. So click play, network, and we'll refix all this network stuff up later. Connecting to name server. Seems to be an error. Play again. Network. Peer created network. Correcting to name server. To name server. Time at disconnect while connecting. Check if server is available. Alright. Save this. I'll be back in 1 second. Just check the site.